I'll pull my notes real quick.
No, start the episode. Don't pull out your notes.
Okay.
Alright, start us off with a joke, Carlos.
Okay, this Russian priest comes into a bar, right? And he sees this nun, and he's like, hey.
Oh no. I feel a musical coming along. This is the CodeO-cast. Filling your day with stories. But mostly memes though. And chaos. Memes that you won't believe. Not sponsored by Cheetos. Hopefully we will be sponsored by the Cheetos. Here to entertain. It's the CodeO-cast. This is fun.
God, I love that punchline.
Ladies and gentlemen of the internet, welcome back to the. Why did you laugh?
I coughed.
He coughed because he choked on his drink.
What are you drinking?
Continue opening.
Welcome back to the CodeO-cast. As you can see, there's an absence of the codes in the CodeO-cast. That's because Texas is suffering one of the worst winters it's ever suffered. I've never been this cold before.
Pathetic.
Well,
You're in Arkansas.
yeah, you're in Arkansas.
Arkansas gang! Gang!
How are our winters nothing like yours, huh?
Well, let me look at the temperature of my hometown right now, and then I'll get back to you.
Okay.
I mean,
So-
it's a winter storm going through the whole United States.
Yeah,
so-
In the
go
past,
through the whole
like-
mid,
Yeah.
mid of the United
That's
States.
been for the past, 3-4 days.
Yeah, it's been a week almost.
It's been a week
It's
almost.
gonna be a week by the end of this week.
The best part about it is that most of our classes have been canceled.
The high today was 28 in Arkansas, and the lowest was 9 degrees.
Oh, nice.
This is what I go through every winter.
See, the difference, though, is that Arkansas, you expect that. Texas didn't expect nothing, dude.
Because Texas sucks.
It's because Texas isn't supposed to be this cold.
Because Texas sucks, and it should be cold.
No, it shouldn't. If the whole world was cold, then that's when the end of the world is.
What?
What?
Alright.
No, that's not how that works.
Okay.
Or isn't that just the Ice Age?
Yeah, that would just be.
That ended a lot of stuff.
That's not the end of it, because that goes through cycles. It goes through Ice Age and then heating period. Ice Age to heating period. I know. I am a scientist.
No, you're not. You're a historian.
You took
That is technically history as well.
I gotcha.
Well, yeah. Well, but even then,
Anyways.
because Texas is always expects to be burning no matter what time of the year it is. If the most we get is a little bit of rain, except for the one day where it might have a little bit of tiny snow. This is the first time in my life that I had to scrape off ice off of my car, and
Yeah.
which was weird.
I'm not all the way from down south Texas, so where we at, we kind of expect a little bit of ice every once in a while.
I don't, man. This is the first time I've ever had to do so. I literally I got out of work and all my coworkers were like, "Bro, there's ice on our cars," and I was like, "Really?" I look and it's my my car's just covered. I put in the key into the keyhole, and I had to insert it twice because it wouldn't had to break through the ice to get to it.
That's how it be.
I grabbed so you guys know those businesses that have the little things for card holders, like take a card so you could have the number or whatever. Well, we have one of those for Grubhub. No, Bite Squad. We have one of those for that company, Bite Squad, that delivers. Yeah, it's like Grubhub where it delivers food for you through an app. And it has the little card holder, and it's kind of like an L shape like this, and it's just made of hard plastic. So I grabbed it, and I just started smacking it against my windshield, scraping off the ice.
Wow.
Off of every window, off of every windshield.
That is one way to do it.
Well, it's Texas. We don't got
It's
scrapers.
the most inefficient. We have scrapers. They really have them at the gas station where you wipe. The one side is hard and one side is softer.
Well,
That-
as soon as I got into my car, I couldn't see anything, so
Yeah.
I had to see what there was at work.
Yeah, that's true. Anyways, there's other ways you can probably do it, but I don't care. I don't have a car.
My dad would just park in the sunlight and let it melt for 5 minutes, and then it would be perfectly fine then.
Yeah, but this was
That would
like
be really useful to have the sun at night.
that's
Yeah.
true.
It'd be nice
This-
to have a sun.
This was 11 at
Hey.
night.
I forgot it was nighttime.
Yeah, my other coworker, she just sat in her car for 20 minutes, and then it all started melting away.
Yeah.
But I didn't feel like waiting that long. I wanted to get to Stripes and buy my snacks, ice cream in the middle of cold. The cashier judged me. Well, she tried to be nice about it, but I come in with like a Hershey's bar, an ice cream sandwich, and some chips, and she looks at me and she's like, an ice cream sandwich in the middle of this weather, and I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, since people are pathetic here, so. You know.
Dude, it's crazy how empty all the stores are getting again. We went looking for milk right now, and we went to 10 Stripes and a CVS, and not a single jug of milk could be found. We went to like 2 Walmarts and 3 HEBs. Everything was gone. The milk, the meat, like the bread, all of it was just gone. It's ridiculous, like what 3 days without power does. All of a sudden, the entire town loses its resources over 3 days of no power. Like, that's insane.
Yeah, that's because some people still don't have power.
Yeah,
That's
some
true.
people don't have power or don't have water.
Yeah.
We're lucky we have power.
Dude, we're very lucky. We haven't lost power once, and this is like,
Yeah.
no offense to the apartments, but this is some crappy apartments.
Yeah.
But we have been killing it
Yeah,
so
this
far.
is like
Yeah.
garbage apartments.
It's strong where it counts.
It's strong when it counts.
Dude, yeah, we can survive winters. We're
Yes.
like a freaking castle.
Some days you can survive winters. Other days you're trying to swat a fly and you punch a hole through the wall.
Yeah.
It rains, you get leaks, but hey, at least we keep our power. Let's go.
Girls,
Yeah. Power and water.
I've been attending tables at work, and a lot of people are asking. I get a lot of calls where it's like, "Hey, do you guys get power? Are you guys accepting card right now?"
Do you get power? How are you answering this phone? Do you get power?
It's yeah, no, for real. There's some people where they call and I'm like, are you guys open? Yeah. Sure.
No, actually.
No,
I'm
actually.
here just to tell you we're
Yeah.
not.
I'm here sitting in the dark with no electricity. I don't know how the phone is working, but no, we're
It's
not
actually,
open.
we're talking through a can.
You should check it out. It's by AT&T.
Everywhere's stupid.
Yeah.
People are stupid.
It's weird that people have been telling me. I have some coworkers that
Yeah,
live
yeah.
farther away
Mhm.
from here, and they say that in some neighborhoods it's completely black. They have to put on their high beams to get anywhere, and when they get to intersections, they have to do the whole like, all right, you go,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
you go, and then people are pretty bad at it down here. So can you imagine? I am not surprised if someone already crashed.
Yeah, a lot of people down here don't know how to drive.
Because they hesitate too much,
Yeah,
dude.
they
They don't
just
understand the
hesitate.
rules. I remember driving on one of my work, having to go through. I went through 1, 2, 3, 4, about like 4 of those kinds of intersections. One of like the busy spots, and freaking like I just had to wait. I just looked at them. I was like, they're going. All right, our turn. I gotta go.
Yeah.
And then like the first one, like I guess somebody didn't wait their turn. They just got there and they just went, and it was just like, dude, you just got here.
Yeah.
You've been here for a while.
Yeah, the intersections are bad. We were driving through there right now, and I'm pretty sure almost 5 cars hit each other
It's
at
like-
one
Yeah.
time.
It's like these people just don't know what it means to not have power every once in a while.
It's really funny because one of the fans of this show and really great friends of ours, Iris, was mentioning, what if this is all a conspiracy? Well, I know, but this is good. What if this is a test to see how well we would handle an EMP attack? Ooh.
Well, they're being
Oh.
extremely selective about
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
like
but-
EMP attack.
No,
Oh my
it's-
god, one
But
ring
let's
light,
play.
2 ring lights.
Let's play in this space. Let's play in this space. Let's just say, what if we were EMP'd today and everyone was out of power? Look how quickly everything crumbled down.
Yeah.
Like,
And yeah.
how would you guys try to survive that? Like, it's ridiculous.
I'll just go camping.
I mean,
I would do. Yes, absolutely.
I would mooch off of you because I don't know how to count.
I would stay in this apartment because it held strong.
This one apartment is gonna be
The only reason we stayed here is because of the power. We're out of power. This apartment's worthless.
Yeah.
I would have gone back to my mom's place. Honestly, she still has power.
That's about the drive,
We're
isn't it?
saying if there's
There's
no power,
there's an
no
EMP
Anywhere.
attack. Yeah, let's
Yeah.
say the valley was hit by an EMP
All right,
attack.
apparently an EMP is when.
Why do you keep saying EMP? It's pronounced EMP.
All right.
Imagine it an imp.
Imagine if a little
gimp.
imp. Well, it's a device that takes away all the power. It's like a little explosion. It's like an explosion. How is it?
Yeah, it's like an electromagnetic pulse.
Yeah. Well, that's what it stands for.
That's what it stands for.
That's what it stands for.
I forgot.
So,
Sorry.
like, explain electromagnetic pulse.
I don't drink as often, so this beer is hitting me already.
Yeah, it just takes away all electrical things.
Yeah,
And
it's
it
like,
just
it's,
makes
like,
them
it's like a
useless.
bomb for technology.
Yeah.
So
basically.
as long as you're organic, looking at you, people with heart monitors, you should be fine.
All right. But yeah, basically, just imagine if, let's just not keep it in the valley. Let's just say Texas
Yeah,
was
all of
the
Texas.
first one struck. And we're in the valley, so...
Actually, a lot of Texas would probably survive because a lot of them are very rural. Like mostly the big cities or the I guess smaller towns would probably be the ones struggling the most.
Yeah, definitely. But I
Yeah.
want to like keep it in the space of us in
Yeah.
this apartment. Like,
Mhm.
what would be y'all's go-to thing to do if we were struck and none of Texas is working?
Yeah.
I mean, knowing us, we would probably freak out for like 5 minutes, joke around about for an hour.
We would joke for about
We'll
an
look at
hour.
our phones, try to make some memes, and we realize there's no power.
I'm trying to get on iFunny. All the servers are down. Dang it.
And then we would try to figure it out.
Jesus.
I'm glad
I feel like
haven't
first
gotten
we
that.
would check the food that we have.
Yeah, we'll
That's non-perishable.
Yeah, first check food, get some water bottles that we probably have over there, and then just grab our 2 tents that we have.
We got 2 tents.
We have 2 tents.
We do have 2 tents.
Yeah.
Good to know.
Dude, one of our tents is like a 4-person tent.
2
Are
of
we
our
gonna keep
tents
our-
are 4-person
Yeah.
tents.
Yeah. Like those 2 tents are gonna keep the same map out of our bedrooms.
Yeah, nothing's gonna change.
Y'all 3 are gonna be in
Yeah.
one. Omar and I in there.
Heck no. Screw that. How about I get my own tent? You guys.
What?
What? That's not a fair deal at all.
You got one of those tents for free.
How about I do all the hunting and cooking for you guys and I get my own tent?
Yeah, sure. That's
Yeah,
Deal?
I-
Is that
that's-
fair deal?
that's
Yeah. We'll do the hunter
I can need a
gatherer
little
time.
more.
I'm sorry, is survival not good enough for you?
It's not. No. Why would I want to? You need to convince me to survive.
Wait, what would
You know
you
what? You just don't come with us.
All right, thanks, I won't.
Deal.
I still
what would you
have
be hunting out here though?
that.
Bro, there's like
Cats,
there's
there's-
rabbits.
Yeah.
There's
Possums.
dear here.
That is not.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thanks
well,
to
there's
deer.
deer here, but you
If
gotta
we
go
travel
out.
a few,
Yeah,
maybe
just-
an hour or so up,
Yeah, not even that
Not
much.
e- yeah.
Yeah, less than that.
there's deer around here.
Mm.
Um,
Oh no.
I wouldn't kill cats. I'd feel bad.
I wouldn't. I'll kill the cats.
Possums?
Dude, we could fish.
We
Like
could fish.
fishing would be
I
so
wonder
easy.
if I could eat a cat if I'm allergic to cat
Well, it's
Isn't it the pollen, the fur?
Yeah,
that gets you.
pollen.
no,
Sorry, I
it's
meant
the it's the like whenever they lick themselves, they release a type of protein, and then the fur goes over, around in the air, and that what makes the allergic
That's why
stuff.
hairless cats
Yeah.
are fine for people.
Yeah, so it's the if they were licking themselves and they were covered in all that, but if you took away all the
So
hair,
if we skin the
you're
cats,
fine.
you should be fine.
Yeah, cooking it and
Good
you'll
to
be
know.
great.
Just like the
But
rabbit
that's-
heart.
Yeah, I mean they also got to be feeling it, I suppose.
They're kind of
Well,
funny.
when you're surviving and you haven't eaten in days, anything will be filling after
Yeah.
a few bites.
It won't be feeling; it'll be satisfying.
I
Well, we
remember.
just-
I don't know. Your stomach will shrink a lot. I'm pretty sure if you eat even a little bit of meat, you'll
Yeah.
feel.
Yes,
we'll be satisfied. It'll
That
be
makes
fine.
sense.
Yeah,
You'll
I
be able
remember
to
when
make
I
it
went
last.
on a full vegan diet for like 7 days. I was starving, but I ate like a piece of meat like that big, and I was full for like.
When
the
did
whole
you
day.
do that?
I did this like 2 years ago.
I don't remember that.
I did this for a fast.
Oh.
He's making it
Yeah,
up. It's a total lie.
Oh, okay.
it was when we were still living in El Bosque.
Ah, okay.
And I did a 7-day fast for no meat at all, and it was terrible. I was literally eating like vegetables the whole time, and I hated it. But I remember like the 7th day, I was like starving, like so bad, and my stomach was like just always hurting the entire time. And when the day ended, I went to Whataburger the next day, and I took like a couple bites, and I was done. I was like, I'm full, dude. Like I can't eat anymore.
Yeah.
And so I stopped eating it, and I saved the rest for like the next day.
Yeah, starting to go to university and all that, I eat a lot less than I used to.
Yeah.
Can't even eat more than 2 pieces of chicken at a time.
Wow. Jeez.
I remember there was one time. So this is like a few years after my parents got divorced. My mom didn't have a job for a while. So every morning, I wouldn't notice it too much, but she would go into the pantry and just find anything that she could like whip up, and she would make her own creations just to keep us through the days until she would get anything like lend money. So there was days where I don't remember the creations, but it was something I would never seen. I'd be like, I'm starving. I don't know what this is. And she told me like years later, it's like, you remember when we would go through that? I'm like, we went through something like that? It's like, yeah, I had to make the craziest things for you and your brother so we could eat. Like, I'm so sorry, Mom.
It's like quick cut bat. It's like octopus. Just a whole octopus.
Thanks, Mom.
It's just a cat.
It smells like
You had a
whiskers.
pet.
Yeah.
Nah.
What happened to Whiskers, Mom?
I've always been a dog person.
Would you eat a dog if your life depended on
I want
it?
to
No,
try it. Yeah.
I don't want
All right. That was, wow.
I would like to try a dog. Not like maybe just once. But if I asked to survive, I might as well eat a dog.
Yeah, like the dog's dead already.
to. Okay.
And the carcass is there. It not too rotten, so you could still cook
Yeah, I
it.
probably wouldn't kill the dog, but I would definitely eat it.
I couldn't kill a dog.
Yeah,
I don't
killing
care.
it
I'd
is
let the
fun.
dog kill me, so it can survive.
It's like here,
Yeah.
take a piece.
Take me.
It's like the line in Isle of the Dogs, like whatever happened to man's best friend.
He's never my best friend. Screw that dog.
Wait, what the?
You just have no soul.
I've just never had a pet, and I don't care. So,
One day we'll
No
stick a
soul,
pet to
exactly.
you.
Yeah. She's like, it's like dad and the dog and dad and dog after.
Freddie would definitely be in
Yeah.
love with a dog if we got one.
Yeah.
Have you ever had kids who really wanted a pet? What pet would you get them?
Fish.
pet would I get?
Yeah.
Probably a fish. Yeah. I had a fish.
Yeah.
They're
Well, I
more
didn't
they're
have
more
it.
high
It was-
maintenance than what you
It came
think.
with a house that my mom got.
Came
me.
Freddie, that
Came
explains
with
so
the
much
house.
about your personality that your only pet was a fish.
Yeah, I think it lasted a bit. They weren't able to get a good tank for it. It was a beta fish,
No.
and those are supposed to get bigger tanks. I think it lasted like 2 months,
Yeah, that's usually
a month or 2 months.
People don't know how to take care of it, so yeah, that's usually a good amount.
Yeah, yeah.
Fish are so much more high maintenance than people think.
No, they're not. You just literally throw food and that's it.
You gotta clean the tank.
Yeah, but yeah, clean the
Yeah,
tank.
but you also have to clean a dog and all these other animals.
Yeah, but it feels more consistent. Whenever you got to do the tank, it's like much more work.
Yeah, I feel like having a dog would be much easier to take care of than a fish.
I think it's easier to love, so a lot of things are hard. Like the things that a lot of the work doesn't seem like work because you're just loving this dog.
I don't know,
Compared to
man.
a
Have you ever
fish.
taken a dog a shower when he doesn't want to shower?
Your dog.
Sometimes.
Dude, I would take both of my big dogs a shower at the same time, and they were rough. It was awful. But yeah, maybe that is a factor. I did
Yeah.
love the heck out of him, so I would do it anyway.
Yeah.
But I would definitely imagine cleaning a tank and like buying all the new equipment for it and constantly like just I feel like that just is more work than just feeding a dog
Yeah,
because
'cause
a dog is just a scoop. And that's it.
I don't know for all those fish lovers out there. I don't know how much you can love a fish.
You can't. You also. Don't overfeed them.
Yeah,
I
yeah. You don't want to
overfeed
overfeed them.
Yes.
You get
There's
stuck
a-
and now they're
there's
dead.
a-
We're not fish people.
There was back then, like my dad, he got it was from one of those friggin' like carnival games, or whatever. He got like
Yeah.
2 fish, and then the first time I fed him too much, and one of them died. And-
How do you
He
how
looks
do you
hungry.
overfeed them? Like,
I
So
don't know
check,
how- I
check,
don't know
you're
how
not
much-
gonna believe this. When you give them food,
Yeah.
you give them too much.
yeah, but like,
You don't stop.
how much
Oh,
flakes
there-
are you supposed to like properly give them?
That's
Just like,
the thing. I didn't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah,
I was
just-
just told feed
it-
the fish, and
yeah.
I was like, all right.
Yeah,
And
no,
I just
like, it
I just
depends
kept
on the amount.
feeding.
If you have one, just 1-2 flakes. Not that much.
Yeah.
Yeah, and plus you should get like maybe twice a day. I mean,
what would Kid Freddy do?
I mean,
Just
I
like,
wasn't like a kid. That was when I was like in middle school.
oh,
Yeah, kid.
yeah, well, that's still a kid.
Anyone in high school and below is a kid.
Yeah.
children.
Yeah, well, when you say kid, though, you like it's typically the idea of like elementary. Though.
I think of
I
kid.
agree that middle school and even high school are kids, but when a person speaks of a kid, that's not your first thought.
It's because my thought is a child and kid. That's kind of
Right.
how I think of kid and child. A child is someone below middle school. A kid is someone high school and before.
A child.
I
So
don't know. I just
That's
call
kind of how I differentiate.
I just call everybody a kid. Usually when I look at a person, no matter even if they're older than me, it's like, hey, that's a kid.
That's weird.
Yeah.
not
Why do you,
huge.
why do you do that?
Because I belittle people.
Is
I
that
see
why?
that.
Just so you can feel some sort of like
Yes.
better than them in some sort of way?
That's
No.
what he just said. Did you not listen to him?
I was just clarifying.
Did you guys ever have a super childish older cousin that like
super childish older.
older cousin? Like I had that where it's like I would meet cousins for the first time and they would act just like me or even more childish than me. And I'd be like, oh, this person's pretty cool. How old are you? He's like 3 years older than me. And I would just be like,
Well, 3 years older is not much of a difference.
yeah. But you know, when I think like let's say I'm 12 and I
Yeah.
think of like me as
Oh.
a 15, 16-year-old, I
Oh,
think of
okay.
myself as more mature. You get me?
Yeah.
Like when I'm barely preaching, and I think of myself as like at least having more responsibility or at least speaking
I think,
with a better manner.
I think the better way to put it is like if you're if you're a kid or a child, however you want to put it, you're like maybe 11 years old and you look at somebody that's 15. It's like, oh, that's an adult. Because as a stupid little child, you're gonna be like, yeah, that's the peak of
Yeah.
humanity.
I get because like that's what I expect of like
Yeah.
someone that's like 15,
Okay, I
16,
get you
17
now.
to be someone, you know, at least with carry themselves with a
Mhm.
little more respect. But then it's like no, they would still sit at the kids table with me.
Yeah.
So
I don't know.
it
I
was
don't,
weird.
I don't really think I had a cousin like that or any family member. I think they would act like they'll play since I was a little kid, they'll probably play with me, but that's because they're just trying to have some time with me. But that's about it. I don't think it was because they just were that way.
Mhm. And then there's the ones who are younger than you and they think that they're older than you.
The only cousin I was ever close with was a drug dealer.
What?
And
That must have been fun.
he was still very childish. Like, it was kind of annoying how childish he was. Eddie, if you're seeing this, I love you, man. Yeah, he...
Eddie, you're a child.
A child.
Child. I mean, he looks really mature.
Yeah.
But he'll call me on the phone. Sometimes I'll talk to him, and I'll be like, dude, you still sound like a 14-year-old. Like, he's like out of high school already. He's doing his own thing. Dude, you still sound like you're a freaking little kid. Like, just the way he talks and the stuff he talks about. Just like, okay.
How do people even start being drug dealers? Like, it's...
It helps if your family's doing it.
Oh, okay.
That's the main way. The only reason people kind of go, or not the only reason, but one of the biggest reasons why people go down that path is if you're surrounded by it when you're a child.
Ah, okay.
So it just kind of gives you an option that's easiest, and so you just kind of do that.
Yeah.
Did you guys ever get offered drugs though?
Yes.
I'm not
Yeah.
gonna answer this, so I don't incriminate myself.
I was offered, but I always said no because
Yeah.
drugs are stupid. They're stupid.
Stupid.
You idiot.
It's a fair point.
Yeah.
It's fair.
I think I was offered drug once because I knew that the majority of my friends always did drugs, but there was like this one friend came up to me and he's like, I know you're gonna say no, but do you want to try some? And I just said no.
I mean, he knew.
Yeah, he knew the answer. He knew what was gonna happen. That was the first and only time he ever asked me, and yeah, I've known him for a good while before that.
Yeah. The idea of drugs never appealed to me,
Yeah.
and so it just didn't make sense to me for it to even try it.
And it's like, first of all, if you're gonna give it to me for free the first time, but the next time you're gonna make me pay for it. I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
I don't have
So
a
you
job.
already you see the pattern, you know beforehand.
I am a child. I'm a kid. I can't get a job.
I did so many drugs.
There it is.
I did so many
Waiting for him
drugs.
to crack.
Here it
Now
comes.
he's self-incriminating.
The truth is coming out.
I was like, yes, give me the drugs. I did not have a single moral thought in my bone when I was young.
And now you're sober for how many? For a good while now. So that's great.
Oh, yeah, right.
Well, from drugs.
That's still a
We'll
drug.
talk about that later.
Or whatever. What about you, Omar?
I was never offered any. I
Oh,
mean,
what?
I'm guessing I was just seen as a goody good and like just a
Mhm.
kid that would probably not be into that. So
Dude, you look more like an edgelord.
what? No, I guess I was I was around that crowd. Like I have a few friends who were obviously druggies, but I guess they were just never tried. I had a cousin who was a major druggie. Like I would go to me and my mom, we would go over to his place and we would just hang out there with my aunt and his older sister.
Yeah.
And I would knock on his door, and him and his little brother, who's my age,
Yeah.
I would knock just to go hang out with him or chill and play video games. That's usually what we would do. But when I got around,
smoking a doobie.
when I got around the age of like 10 or 11, their room would always smell weird, and it wasn't until like, when I started being a preteen that I finally understood what they were doing,
Yeah.
because they would take longer and longer to open the door for me. Because when I was younger, it was always like knock, knock, knock. Oh hey, Omar, let's play video games. It's like then I would be like 13. I would knock, knock, knock. You would hear shuffle. You'd be like, hold on, and you would hear them like hear drawers open, obviously, and then they would shut them real quick, and then they would come open the door.
Yeah.
And then it's like they weren't. I mean, my cousin knew me, so he wasn't gonna so obviously hide it because there's random notebooks just everywhere, closed with a little like hump in the center of the notebook, so you could tell where it was.
Yeah.
So I was like, I mean, I know what they're doing, but he was just, and he would always tell me like, Omar, homie, I don't want you to be you in this. I don't want you. He would always tell me.
Homie, G.
Is that where Homie the homie came from?
Kind of. He'd always be like,
Hey, my
homie,
guy.
I don't want you to go down this path.
Hey, my guy. don't do drugs.
But just be good, And I'm just like, well, if you don't want me to be in it, why are you doing it?
He
But
doesn't
yeah.
want you to be in it because he get more for himself.
Yeah, well,
He doesn't want his supplier
He
to run
doesn't-
dry.
He doesn't have enough money. So.
It's called efficiency.
yeah. I mean, I was always starting about it. I mean, I think my dad came smelling like it once, but that was it. And I didn't recognize the smell at the time until way later when I learned about it from my cousins. But yeah.
I mean, the idea of going up to, in this case, a room, over at my job, going up to one of the vehicles,
Mm-hmm.
it smelled like hardcore weed. Like just the window down. I'm outside. I smell it. Like it's really obvious that this person is definitely smoking weed in their vehicle.
It's like, man, your vehicle smells like piss. have a nice day.
It's like you're COVID free, but your vehicle smells like piss.
It was weird. Yeah, I remember one time I went to my dad got free tickets to like this rap concert or whatever,
Mhm.
and I don't even really care all that much about rap, but I was just like, yeah, sure, I'll go with him. And we went there. We were there for a bit, and there's like the smoking section over there, and then the smell just kept going stronger and more, taking over the whole place basically.
It's like
Yeah,
what's the point of the non-smoking section?
Yeah, I
Where
know,
it's going
it was just going through, and then
Everyone
after
gets high eventually.
I think after a while, like my dad and I were just like, yeah, we're done. Just get out of here. I don't like it. I think we were there for like an hour, and then I think afterwards we were just like, I mean, we already got like secondhand. Let's just go get snacks. And like, yeah, sure. So yeah,
That's pretty funny.
What was the snack for the night?
I don't remember the specifics.
You got secondhand.
I know, but I remember that we just got snacks from like a store.
I switched to Spotify.
Press it again. There we go. And I'll start it.
You just Spotify?
I did. Tidal has finally stopped giving me the $5 trial from the student thing.
Oh, because you're not a student anymore.
So I just switched to
How much
Spotify.
is Tidal regularly?
Same as Spotify. But Spotify, you get more stuff. So
Yeah.
it's like, might as well just switch.
See, I was wondering why you were in Tidal, because like
$100
when Tidal came out, people were making super fun of it because like
I don't know what you're talking about.
so Tidal is a
Is it
streaming
recording?
service just like Spotify. Yeah, that one keeps going. Tidal is a streaming service just like Spotify, but it's made by the creators, like the pop stars. So
Okay.
Daft Punk.
So I'm guessing there's less. There's more money going towards them
Yeah,
rather than
exactly.
the distributor. Or
Yeah,
so
so the whole promo of it is like if people post their music on there, they'll get more out of it.
yeah.
But it was, it's just all an attempt for them to get more out of it
Yeah.
than them. So it was just really weird because people were just making fun of it. It's like, this is just going to fail. And I mean, it's not as popular as Spotify,
yeah,
especially since you're just like the streaming services thing. You're just dividing the market.
yeah.
Because now, what was it? Paramount is getting a streaming service now.
Really?
Yeah, Paramount Plus.
Yeah,
So
it's-
the Dora, all these different, it's Transformers.
Storage is a big hitter.
you went from Dora to Transformers.
Yeah,
Dude, everyone knows the big two.
the big two from Paramount.
Those mountains, it was all built on Dora's back. She carried that mountain.
carried
too.
it.
The-
Transformers just kind of came in there and helped. a little
Have
bit.
you guys seen the commercial promoting Paramount Plus?
I haven't seen
Yeah, I
it, no.
have.
It's literally all their properties, like all the characters from the different properties
Yeah.
and shows, climbing the Paramount Mountain, reaching the peak for them to just dance.
Just to dance.
The dance?
Yeah, just to dance. It's like who do they meet someone up there? Patrick Stewart. They meet Patrick Stewart up there.
Patrick Stewart.
Yeah, because I think that
Wait, did they have a Super Bowl commercial?
I
Was-
think I didn't
they
watch the
have
Super Bowl. I was working during it.
Yeah. Oh, because I think I might have seen the commercial, and they did Sweet Victory, or that was something else.
No, that's
Was that-
SpongeBob.
Yeah, exactly. They did Sweet Victory.
Oh yes, yes,
too.
they put it through
Yeah, they
as
put
they
it
were
through.
dancing.
Yeah,
They were putting.
Paramount said we're gonna do it this
Yeah,
time.
so it was Paramount.
Fine,
Yeah,
I'll do
yeah.
it myself.
Oh, because they own SpongeBob
Yeah,
too.
they own SpongeBob. Yeah, so they did it. That's pretty cool. Well, somewhat, but
Kind of cool.
yeah, it's kind of cool. It's not that cool.
I feel like the only ones worth it to have right now are Disney Plus and HBO Max, since HBO Max has just a hefty amount of content, just as much as Disney Plus.
Yeah, I have a bunch of movies and stuff.
Yeah, right now HBO Max is worth it because they're doing that month thing where they put in all the new movies out there. Like the Mortal Kombat movie, the Congress Godzilla is coming out. I cannot wait to watch
Yeah,
those.
they're coming
I'm so
out
excited.
once after another.
I actually saw the trailer for Mortal Kombat. It
yeah.
looks good and bad at the same time, but I'm still excited for it.
And that's all you can ask for.
It's great because they're showing Scorpion before he becomes a demon,
Oh, nice.
and then they show him as the demon, and so I'm like, oh, that's super sick. Like I want to see that.
Yeah,
But
but
didn't
get
show
bit
back,
by the
right?
scorpion.
He got the radioactive scorpion.
Yeah.
Before he,
It's a good
listen, no, you before he was just so good, he was known as the Scorpion, but now he is the Scorpion.
Yeah, it's cool because he Sub-Zero just kind of looks a little weird. His mask looks like it's a little too big for his head.
Yeah.
But other than that, I would say the costume design and the CGI look absolutely amazing.
Does he look like a cosplayer?
Yeah, he looks like a bad cosplayer.
But does he look like a killer?
Does he look like a killer? He has the face of a friend.
Dude, I want to go to a con. I haven't
do
gone
too.
to a con yet.
Cons is great. I
Never-
love eating there all the time.
Never-
What?
Yeah. Cons is pretty good. I love it.
A convention.
I've never gone to one, so I've always wanted to get that experience.
Is Power Ranger Con still a thing?
I mean, as far as I know, they're still selling tickets and all that, but they're waiting. I'm guessing they're still waiting to keep a solid, what is it called? Put out solid restrictions.
Uh-huh.
So I'm still checking every once in a while to see if I can register for the Gold Ranger registration, because
Rule
that one
number
is a good a
one.
lot.
Deodorant.
I mean, yeah. For the love of God,
Rule number 2. Please shower.
please shower.
For real.
Take a shower.
Why do people think it's okay to go to conventions and smell and look like garbage?
I have
Like
no
how
idea.
how were you raised so
Like-
badly that you don't take a shower and you smell just like death and you think that's fine?
Please, just shower.
Yeah, for real. Like, how bad are your parents? You don't know how to
It's
clean
like
yourself.
the thing that you're gonna want to see is gonna be there. Just take a quick shower. You're gonna get there eventually.
Yeah.
It's just so stupid, dude. I don't get that.
That's also, I feel like that would be a
And
little
then I wake up a little
disrespectful,
bit early.
because your favorite actor, voice actor, or animator, or director is gonna
Yeah.
be there.
Want a good impression?
You want to make a good impression, and
Yeah.
you're just walking up to them for like a picture that you paid like $70 for, and they're probably charging that much because of the smell.
That's
Man.
real. That's
They
Yeah.
would lower the prices if you just took a shower.
Yeah.
If everyone took a shower, dude, they would not feel so bad. And then you have all the freaking neck beards out there who think they have a shot with the Pink Ranger,
Yeah.
and they're over there
Oh
getting
my
super
gosh,
close, and it's like,
yeah.
what's wrong with you, dude?
Yeah,
That is
God,
weird.
these are people. Let them be.
God, they're so. I get kind of frustrated.
Yeah, they're a little frustrating. Never been to a con though. I would like to go to a con.
I would also like to go to a con. Very much so.
It's all three of you have never been to a convention?
Yeah, have
Yeah,
you been to a
man.
convention?
Yeah, they have some down here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
what-
the McAllen Comic Con, I
Yeah.
haven't gone to that one.
They've
Yeah,
got,
I remember-
yeah,
I
they,
Yeah, I remember they were talking about it, or I saw the ads for it, but I didn't realize when it was gonna happen.
yeah,
So,
they
and or
have,
who to go with.
yeah, they have like the Comic Con. They have like the gamers.
The South
convention
Texas
thing.
Comic Con?
South Texas Comic Con's good.
I've
Yeah,
never
they
been
have
to that one.
they have
Yeah.
several of them. The ones down here, like, it's a good taste.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I've never been to like the bigger ones, but I mean, it's a convention.
Yeah.
So you still get the feel. You still see the people.
Yeah, I think.
I mean, I saw the voice actor of Master Chief.
That's
Oh,
pretty cool.
nice. That's awesome.
I think I
Very
have
cool.
like a signed little thingy too. It's probably in my room somewhere.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
When's the next South Texas Comic Con?
I mean, whenever things open up for conventions.
I'm gonna Google that real quick.
Because right now, I mean, I know certain Power Ranger actors are doing that since I follow that.
Yeah.
They're going to comic book stores and promoting that. Like Jason David Frank did that with a comic book store. And two other actors, one that played Ashley in Power Rangers in
Mhm.
Space, and another one that played...
Wait, Power Rangers in space is
Yeah.
not all Power Rangers? No, wait.
Wait,
SPD, right?
No.
What? That's not in space?
No, that's not in space.
It's
They're
Space Patrol Delta.
Yeah, but
they're
in space.
Yeah, they're patrolling space from Earth.
Yeah, In Space came out...
Believe it or not.
Oh my gosh. Jeez.
In Space came out in 99. SPD came out in 2005.
yeah. I don't know. I don't know that much about Power Rangers.
Okay, so one of
Can't
those
put my 2
actors
cents in.
and another actor who is the Red Ranger in Dino Charge, they're appearing together in another comic book store in a town nearby in
That's
Harlingen.
cool.
So
Have
I
you-
might want to go to that.
Cool.
Speaking of Power Rangers and disappointment, we didn't say that, but have you ever talked about how you disappointed the Green Ranger?
Okay, great.
Oh no, I didn't do that. It was him.
Oh,
Are you disappointed?
Yes,
that-
this is amazing.
what's his,
So,
Tommy?
yeah, at Kaboom Comics, which is a great comic store, for those of you in the 956, please go check it out. I'm doing that to
Six.
for those of you who or
In the Rio Grande Valley.
This is me making up for disappointing Tommy, the Green Ranger. Please go check out Kaboom Comics and buy stuff from there. He was there to support the local comic book stores and the small kind of family businesses there to help raise money for them because he's a really great guy. And they were giving out free tickets to see, what was his name, Jason David Frank?
Jason David Frank.
Yeah, they were giving out free tickets to see him. And I got one of those free tickets. And I'm not even that much of a fan of Power Rangers, but I know who he is. And I was like, yeah, it'll be fun to meet him. And he was really heavily implying, like not just him, but his staff too, like, hey, buy some comic books, buy a poster, buy my autograph, anything so we can help the store. I didn't buy jack. I did not spend a single cent to
I bought
anything.
his autograph.
He spent a lot of money on him because he's a true fan.
Yeah,
But
true fan.
I did not spend a single cent because I am a terrible person. And when Jason David Frank was like, when he saw that I had the ticket that said did not buy anything, he looked at me with disgust. And he was like, all right, just give me your phone. I'll take a picture with you. But come on, man. Like, buy a comic book or something on your way out. I was like, you know what? I'm going to do that. I didn't buy anything. I didn't buy jack.
It's great.
And the disgust on his face was real.
Sign that off of your bucket list. Disappointed the Green Ranger.
But I got to say I disappointed the Green Ranger, Tommy himself. I'm pretty proud of that. But at the same time, it did happen. So this is kind of my redemption. So please go to Kaboom Comics or your local comic book store and buy some stuff because they do stuff for you, do stuff for them back.
You when you said disappointment, I thought you were talking about my disappointment on the new intro for the series that's coming up this year.
I don't care about your opinion.
Okay, that's fine. So for those who don't care and for those who do, there's a new Power Ranger series coming out this year. It's called Power Rangers Dino Fury, and
Dino Furry.
yes, and so I'm excited for it like every season because it could always be potentially good or potentially bad. So it's always
that's
like most
everything.
things, yeah.
Dude,
But-
that's deep.
well,
What
it's because
aside.
for a while there was the golden age of like every season always was good, and then there was a while where they just sucked, and I just watched them because I'm a fan and I could at least find some enjoyment out of them, even though deep down I knew they were not that good.
Okay.
But now the season that we just got, like the one that we're not Beast Morphers, that one was so good. I loved it, and it got me excited because Hasbro took over Power Rangers like 2 years ago.
Okay.
And so since they were handling it so well, I'm expecting good things. And they had a live stream in which they featured, here's the new Megazords, here's the new toys, the new action figures, the new Morpher. And to cap off the live stream, here's the new intro, and it's not that great. I didn't like it. It had no energy. It just sounded like a EDM thing that someone could make on SoundCloud. I didn't like it. But yeah,
That's what they made it on.
maybe, who knows? But I'm the bar's being set pretty low. So if the first 2 episodes are good, I'll keep watching. But if not, I'll just wait till it's all over and then I'll keep watching.
I mean, that's what you want to look for in a franchise you're a fan of, yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, after this, there's rumors of it going to animation,
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
which there's nothing wrong in that. But it's still, it'll be a different medium from, having the real actors there, having
Yeah.
a sense of that a kid could actually be part of a Power Ranger one day,
Okay.
the mysticism and all that. But if they do go to animation, they could do the comics. They could do the comic storyline, which are way darker, way more interesting, and they go into the lore of Power Rangers, which they kind of never do in the show. So, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, if they do go into a different medium like animation, then yeah, they can do a whole lot more.
Hmm.
Yeah. Plus, like, just with the TV, there's only so much an actor could do, and only so much they could show. So that explains why they can't do the darker stuff.
Yeah. Even, I
Especially
mean,
with the tagline of Power Rangers.
yeah.
And what's typically associated with that.
Dude, imagine Power Rangers was an anime. How hard would that go? That would go pretty amazing.
I would
watch
watch
that.
I would watch that too.
I would watch the
Actually,
heck out of that anime.
There is an anime that kind of is like Power Rangers. It's called
I
like
think I know what you're talking about.
Samurai.
Jack?
No, no,
Dude, I
Samurai.
love that anime.
There is an anime about Power Rangers. It's
What's
called
called?
Samurai Flamenco or something like that.
Samurai Flamenco.
I've never heard of that.
It's pretty stupid.
Yeah, it is. I saw one episode of it and I didn't want to watch it anymore.
Why not?
Just I didn't want to watch it. I realized it was Power Rangers related.
Wow,
Oh,
High
okay.
School Defense Club Love.
I haven't seen that, so I don't know anything about that.
It's not
Explain.
very good.
So I see a pattern.
Yeah.
Why are you caressing the microphone stand that way?
I wanted to lean back because I was leaning forward earlier, and it doesn't reach over here, so I gotta lean it.
Pretty sure that'd be picked up by the mic. wouldn't
Yeah. it
I
would.
don't care.
Oh no, now he's eating it. That's Cody's. You don't know where that's been.
I don't care.
it? He's
Oh.
a TikToker.
Yeah, he's a TikToker.
You know, I know he talks, and I know he's got ticks. What difference does it make?
Oh man.
Oh no. Have you guys ever had ticks?
No,
No.
Yes, I had one in my head one time.
kind of figured he'd have one.
Yeah. It's because when I was a little kid, I played outdoors with my dogs a lot.
Uh-huh.
And so they have ticks, I get ticks.
They get sick.
And I remember one time I was scratching my head in the shower because
Yeah.
it was really itchy, and
Yeah.
I felt a really hard scab.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Dang, bro, this scab will not come off." And I was digging,
Yeah.
but there was no blood, no matter how much I dug. I was
Yeah.
like, what the crap is that? So I went to my mom. I was like, "Mom, blah 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 blah," and she was like, it's a tick. I was like, oh, what? She was like, dude, it's on there hard. I was like, can you get it? She was like, yeah. She pulled out some tweezers and she was there for a few minutes just pulling and tugging this tick. This tick was in love with me, dude. It was the only thing that's ever loved me in my life. Dude, she finally got it off, and when I saw it, the tick was like wiggling its legs trying to get back on me. And then she was like, do you want to kill it? I was like, yeah. So I squeezed it with the tweezers and I popped it.
Yeah.
Dang. I one time when we were about to perform at a football game. I was in marching band, and we were just lining up at attention, and
And Chuck.
no.
Sasagi
Wait, what?
Sasagi
No, yeah.
Yolks.
No. I was So I was standing at attention like this, right? I'm holding my trumpet, and I'm just staring straight forward, and I'm looking around in my peripherals because there's nothing else to do for like 5 more minutes before we actually go on. I just look at my peripheral, and the guy right next to me, I just see a mosquito land on him. He's a little taller, so his shoulder's like right here to me. And so I look at my peripheral, as a mosquito lands, and the mosquito, you can tell it's already been snacking on some people because it's fat. And not only that, there's the light that was onto the football field. It was shining through the mosquito. I saw the blood gurgle, and I was like,
it was ready to pop already.
yeah. How long do mosquitoes live?
Not long.
How long?
It's very short.
Like a
Few-
few weeks, I think.
I think it's a little less than that.
I think
but
it's
yeah,
a few days.
Few
I
days?
think so. I don't know.
Dang.
All right, time to Google it.
No wonder they're so resilient. They
I think
just
it's like
Google
5
time.
seconds.
Google time.
All right, we're gonna place our bets. How long do you think?
Be
A
specific.
week.
1 week, 7 days. You
I go 9 days.
9 days.
I'm gonna say 3 days.
3 days. Okay. Whoever's closest wins what?
Slap in the face.
All right. Whoever wins gets a slap in the face.
No, a Pop-Tart.
Okay. Whoever wins gets a Pop-Tart. Deal.
Whoever wins gets slapped in the face with a Pop-Tart.
Hell
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna film it right here.
After the episode.
No, during the episode.
All right.
Mosquito lifespan. Okay, what was the answers again?
9.
7.
3.
The answer is 7 days.
Damn right.
Someone's getting slapped in the face.
My
with pop-
degree is being put to work.
Yeah.
Wait, what's your degree?
It was marine biologist, but it has to do with animals.
And mosquitoes are where there's water.
Yeah, technically, they're all female. The ones that suck blood out of you.
Can I get a
Wait.
Pop-Tart and slap
I
him in the
thought-
face already?
It's only females that suck blood out of you.
I mean,
thought
sure.
males suck blood.
No, they usually go to flowers for nectar and stuff like that. Because the only reason they do that is because they need the proteins in our blood for the eggs that they're about to lay.
Ah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I was told otherwise, but I think I will trust you more because that other guy was kind of a freak.
So we're always.
What?
Wait, what?
He was one of my coworkers back when I worked at that pizzeria place.
Yeah.
Okay.
He got fired for sexual harassment.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it makes sense.
I moved
Oh.
the camera.
You did move the camera.
God dang it.
Alright, that should be good.
Yeah. If you get
Magic Carlos right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, just sit yourself down. You can slam me in the face with the Pop-Tart. I said that. God dang it. I knew I was gonna get it right too.
Oh no!
I'm really
You're
bad at
hitting
this.
everything.
There you get.
I'm a little bit out of frame, but it's fine.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, you
All right, you good?
Yeah.
Perfect.
You ready?
Here, I'll get on this camera.
All right.
Slam it from this side. 'Cause you
Okay.
gotta
I'm gonna adjust this camera just for this.
Don't hit me too hard. Just hit me. Don't hit me.
Yeah, I got you. Ready? This is what you get for being a nerd.
It's on your hair.
I thought you were gonna stop it with it, not just have it on your
Yeah,
head.
that's so too. All right. Also, this has been a really good episode, hasn't it? I think it's a good place to end it.
God,
Well-
dude, the big climax.
Big climax.
Oh jeez. Well, I just want to end it off with one more thing. Do you guys remember the girl who gorilla glued spray on her hair?
Yeah, she's stupid.
Yeah.
How much do you guys know about the story?
She gorilla glued her hair. She tried to sue and she lost.
And the doctor took it off for free.
Almost. You were almost right. So basically, yeah. So you're trying to draw the Pop-Tart. So yeah, that. I think her name was Tessica or something. Yeah, she sprayed
Dude, that
gorilla.
sounds like a stupid name.
Yeah, she sprayed gorilla glue onto her hair, and it stayed on for way longer than she should have. And so, in the first place, she shouldn't have put it on there. She tried to do the suing because, like, apparently it doesn't say not to put it on your hair, but you're stupid for putting it on your hair. And then I think it was the doctor in LA who did it pro bono. He did all the treatment and everything pro bono.
Yeah.
And she before the surgery, I think she had made a GoFundMe for medical costs to pay off the intensive care unit a session,
Yeah.
plus future surgery before the guy was like, hey, I'll do it for free. That way, so she was prepared for any cost that it would take to fix her up her hair.
I think,
And so
natural selection should have taken course, and the doctor should have done nothing.
I agree.
it's like my free treatment is not doing anything.
Yeah.
And so the doctor did his thing, and turns out he's a very charitable doctor, and she found out through him that he does a lot of this kind of work where he does he promotes free plastical work surgeries for people who can't afford it
Yeah.
in third world countries and all that. So she ended up donating the thousands of dollars that she would have used for her surgeries to that organization, so other poor people can afford this kind of surgeries.
That's pretty smart of her.
Yeah, so at least she kept like the thousand, so she can get a flight back to where she lived, pay off the intensive care unit session, and that was it. The rest she donated to that organization, so she can at least help people who suffer something like that through
Her
her.
one brain cell said, "Put the glue on your head and donate all your money to charity."
Yep.
Wow.
Add a way to break even.
Well, this was great, wasn't it? How's your hair?
I like the Pop Tart. It tastes pretty good.
The Pop Tart's good, right?
Yeah.
It's on your neck.
Yeah, I'll fix it in a bit. I'll get that camera in a bit and we'll get a little zoom in.
Oh no! All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of the CodeO-cast. Keep some thoughts and prayers for the people of Texas. We're suffering a lot. Well, not us specifically, but keep all of our friends. Keep the people in Texas who are suffering right now. Some people have lost water. Cody, right at the moment, he has no water. He only has light, and I know he's suffering because he's a man who takes excessively long showers. So.
You might not want to have wanted to say that on camera.
Yeah, you don't
Okay.
want- No, you're not editing that out.
We're not editing
We're
that
gonna
out.
make you
Yeah,
keep that.
you're gonna keep that in there.
All right, that's fine. Thank you so much for watching. This has been Omar.
It's been us. Bye-bye.
Been us, and we'll see you next time on the next episode of the CodeO-cast.
Bye.
Nice.
Get slapped in the face with a Pop-Tart just for being a little bit smart. What's up with America, man?
Part of it's in your ear.
So it is in my ear?
Yeah, a little bit.
Oh, man. Is it,
Like some of the dust you're gonna have to clean out. It's mostly on your neck and on your cheek, but I see like a little bit on your earlobe. You should be fine.
God, it's disgusting. I'm disgusting. All right. That's good enough for that.
All right.